How much time do you spend with your friends, your family, and how much time do you spend alone? The answer may depend on your age. One of the topics we're getting into as you join us here on this Monday evening, 10 o'clock. Good to have you with us here wherever you are watching tonight. In fact, let us know what city you are representing and how you feel about the forecast as we get ready for some snow, don't we, Felicia?
Oh, man, we're ready. We're prepared. Why? Because Angela has prepared us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to prepare you. I have to say, I felt a little more confident on the timing of Saturday's snow.
Right. Oh, you nailed that one, by the way.
We ended up getting a lot more.
Oh, my
a little more than
You
I thought.
did. I did. My family was like, oh, Angela didn't say it was this much.
Well, yes. I mean, I was off by an inch.
She was on the money.
It happens.
It was on. Will this be a bigger snow or not as much as Saturday?
It doesn't appear to be as big of a snow.
Oh.
And like I said, not quite as confident in the timing. So we just want you to make sure that you allow a little extra time. Chuck's going to have the latest on the weather. Lindsay will have the latest on traffic. Sunrise starts at 4. So if you get up at 6:30, maybe set the alarm for 6:20 just in case it's like, okay, it is coming down. We do need to allow some extra time. That's just the best advice. Snow showers will be arriving for the morning drive, coating up to an inch or so, maybe 2 in a few places. Snow showers and drizzle for the afternoon and evening drive. And we move into a really active weather pattern over the next couple of days. So here's kind of that snowfall potential map. And it's kind of spotty. I also don't think it's going to be quite as widespread as it was on Saturday. And right now thinking the heaviest snow banding sets up just to our northwest across parts of Illinois, and that's actually, they're under a winter weather advisory for the potential of several inches of snow. We may be just warm enough at times that what we get does melt and or mixes with a little bit of rain, but this is a pretty large storm system. It extends all the way down to the Gulf Coast. This is the latest timing with Future Track 13, and you can see it. It does arrive and then starts to fill in between that 6 a.m. and say 8 to 10 a.m. time frame. So, and that is when people are on the roads.
Yep.
So
going to school, going to work. Yep.
Do you think I should go to the gym tomorrow?
Yes. If you take it slow, you'll be fine.
Sleep
I don't
in,
know
Felicia.
if I can make it. That looks like a lot. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Okay.
There you go. All right, so here's what our viewers are saying. We always have a fun time when Rachel joins the show. Rachel, good to have you with us. Tammy is with us. Jan from Oklahoma. Monica says not thrilled about the forecast, coming to Indy in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Norm joining us from Marion tonight. Teresa saying cold weather, not so much. Colts win proved naysayers wrong.
That's true.
And I must say I was a naysayer.
I was. Admittedly so, we did not believe.
We are excited, though, about that win. That was a great win, wasn't it?
We're
Great
happy
win.
to be wrong.
Yeah.
Boy, that last drive, I was nervous.
You were saying your stomach was a little...
My stomach is upset. I'm thinking, I don't want to lose by 2 points. I don't want to lose by 2 points with no time left.
But it was a good game. If they had won or lost, it was way better football.
Yes, and our defense played outstanding. And very rarely do you give it up for the refs.
Right.
But I thought they called a very even game.
Yeah.
And there was lots of this, when they were going down the field, getting ready to catch a pass and or have it knocked away.
Right.
And I don't know if they called one pass interference. And you probably could have, done it a couple times.
Yeah.
But admittedly, both players were touching each other.
Yeah, well, that's when you want the refs to not call it because if both guys are going at it. So, you know who's probably not going to be happy about us waiting and talking football? Emily Longnecker, friend of the show. She's joining us live outside.
Sorry,
I am so sorry.
We are so sorry. We're talking football. You're standing out in the cold getting ready to talk about the snow-forced truck drivers, right?
You said it, guys. I was like listening to all the banter. I was like, "Come on, I'm out here in the
we're going to you.
Gloves.
So are the snow trucks moving yet?
No, they're not. They were going to start moving at about 11 tonight, but now DPW has made the decision to send them out about 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that tracks with what Angela was saying about the snow coming in and hitting the area about 6 a.m. here. So they're going to send out 65 trucks, likely in 12-hour shifts starting at 4 a.m. They say when the snow comes, they'll be ready. They kind of had a little bit of a dress rehearsal this past weekend with the snow that got them, ready. They've got 18,000 and tons of salt ready to drop down over the season. We're at one of the salt barns here at 21st and MLK across the street. You can see it's pretty quiet, but that's going to change here at about 4 a.m. So they'll be treating about 4,000 lane miles around the city, the main thoroughfares, the connector streets, the streets that connect to those main thoroughfares. So those are the priority right now. They'll drop the salt. Then if the snow starts to stick, then they'll put the plows down and start to plow up the snow. So that's kind of the game plan for DPW.
I like your hat and your gloves.
She's ready.
You're ready.
Prepared.
Thank you. I was trying to match. I wasn't ready when they called and said you're on snow coverage. I haven't switched my winter and fall clothing yet, right? So I was I was getting in boxes and finding this hat and finding my boots, and so here we are. Here we are. The season, 'tis the season. We're ready.
All right,
Let's
my friend.
go.
Thanks for joining us at 10. Get back in the hot car, and we'll see you at 11 over on Channel 13 with
Okay.
another preview.
All right.
All right, there's friend
ya.
of the show, Emily Longnecker. We always love having Em on the show.
We love Emily,
Yeah.
yes.
So she'll be getting us up to speed on the Snow Force effort and the trucks out there, not plowing, but getting the roads ready and pre-treating and making sure that they're not slippery for you when you get out on the roads tomorrow. All right, let's talk about how much time you spend alone, how much time you spend with your partner,
Okay.
how much time you spend with your kids. Because as Felicia learned today, it really depends on your age. And we have this interesting graphic that comes to us tonight from AmericanCapitalist.com. And a lot of squiggly lines here. I want you to pay attention to the line at the very top. That's the line in yellow. That tells you how much time we as Americans spend alone. And so the numbers at the bottom of your screen are the age. And so what this tells you is as you get older, you are spending more time alone. And what we learned is that, this graph takes you from 15 all the way up to 75. And, look, when you're a teenager, you're spending time with your family and with your friends. And as you get older and move into the workforce, you're spending more time with coworkers. And then obviously when you're 35, you're spending 7.5 hours with kids and your partner and maybe 4 hours a day alone. And then obviously once the kids get out of the house and you become an empty nester, then all of a sudden you're spending more time with your partner and more time alone. So tonight we wanted to ask several questions, Felicia, about how we spend our time.
Yeah, I saw this on social media and I just thought it was so interesting because it's indicative of how Americans spend their time. And now I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad thing that you're spending more and more alone time, as we saw that yellow line that Scott referenced go up. I will say I personally find it frustrating how much time we're spending at work versus our family and our friends and some of the other things. I wish that the scales would tip a little bit more towards those connections of friends and family. But I guess that's also meaning that you should really be in a job that you like or are able to connect to in some kind of way, because this is all we have. This is our top commodity here, our time.
Can't get that back.
No.
That's all we have. Even besides money, you can always go out there and make money some kind of other way, but time, that doesn't go anywhere. You don't get that anywhere.
I feel for the people who want to be in relationships with people, but can't, and they find themselves isolated.
Yeah.
That's who I look at in terms of this graphic, the people that want to be in relationship. And, obviously during the, the pandemic, we were separated and we ended up spending so much time isolated.
Yeah.
Hopefully that has improved for you, but we want to know, how do you feel about spending time alone? I think it depends on how you're wired. There's a lot of us who are, we're extroverts and we get our energy being
From
around
others,
people.
sure.
Yeah.
And then there are introverts who it's taxing to be around people.
What would you guys describe yourself as, extroverts or introverts?
I'm more introverted, so I get my energy from being around people. I spend a lot of time, look, I'm 59 and I'm an empty nester, so I spend a lot more time with my wife and now my grandkids.
Yeah.
So I'm spending a lot more time. I don't like being alone for more than a few hours.
Really?
And when my wife goes out of town, I get bored and I'm watching too much Sports Center and
That's sweet.
So, I like hanging out with my wife and my grandkids.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
No, I would prefer, I think, to hang out with Mark and my kids, or extended family or friends. But I don't mind being alone. I was alone yesterday. I cooked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you identify more of an
Yeah,
extrovert or
probably, no, I'm
introvert?
probably more of an introvert.
Okay.
So I don't mind being alone.
What do
Right.
you guys think I am?
An
Oh,
extrovert.
an extrovert. Come
Really?
on.
I
now.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Wait, really?
I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the fence. It depends. It depends. I think I feel like we spend so much time with other people. When I do get a moment by myself,
You
I'm
enjoy that.
excited.
Happy
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
And don't get me wrong, I love me some Teddy. I love my Teddy time. My Teddy time is wonderful. I need 2 days. By the third day, I'm like, come on home. Come back. It's not the same without you.
Yeah.
But I need those 2 days to sleep sideways in the bed, to turn the TV on how I want the TV to be,
Sure.
Yeah.
to turn the thermostat where I want the thermostat to be,
Right,
to
right.
not have to worry about anybody else.
Yeah.
I just need 2 days.
But by the third day, you're ready for Teddy.
I am. I
Yeah.
need him.
Let's see what our viewers are saying. Joy says, I have no problem being alone.
I like it.
Tammy is talking about the snow, saying a couple of inches, according to Angela.
An inch, maybe 2, we'll see.
Yeah, okay. Beth says, I get so lonely.
Yeah.
Mitzi says, I'm not alone, I have my cats. Let's see. Christine talking about what she did over the weekend. Grocery shopping, got my winter decorations out. Have you gotten your winter
nice.
decorations out? You gotten Christmas stuff going?
I have a few things.
Okay.
I did the mantle,
Yeah.
and then I have a couple pillows I put out.
Okay.
And then I have a turkey. I have a turkey hanging on one of the closet doors that my in-laws gave us when we first got together.
Yeah.
And we had Thanksgiving down there, and we lived in California, and everyone that was at the dinner signed it.
Oh, that's cute.
So I bring it out. So
That's
I've got
really
half
nice.
Christmas and half Thanksgiving.
What
right
about
now.
you? What about you guys?
Oh, Scott, you know better.
Well, no, but I mean,
you
they
know
don't.
better. You know better. I am opposite of Angela.
So this will be December 24th when you're rolling Christmas out.
You know, it's happened before, Scott. But I am determined that this year it will be different. I at least want my tree up.
Yeah.
I'm renovating a house, so it makes it a bit difficult to do things
get everything out.
how I want to do it. So, but I'm still going to bring that cheer, and I'm going to be ready.
There you go.
There you go. All right, Teresa wants to know what time will the snow start and stop?
We think in that 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. time frame is when it begins. Really not going to stop.
Yeah.
Like it's going to taper off a little bit tomorrow night, early Wednesday, but then we get kind of underneath this big system that's just going to spin over the Great Lakes,
Right.
and it's going to spin these little pieces of energy our way.
Okay.
That will bring more snow showers Wednesday afternoon, evening, and more snow showers around on
Will
Thursday.
Rosie want to get out much tomorrow in the morning?
Rosie did pretty good in her first snow, I must say. Although she is a leaf chaser, she loves to chase.
Look how annoyed it makes you.
I mean, she loves to chase.
It's
You're
a
like,
good
it's
time of
just
year
a
for
leaf.
her.
Yeah, and so then I was curious, what is she going to do with the snow? And she did try to catch a few flakes.
Yeah.
And then it was fluffy enough that when she walked, it kind of went forward, and then she'd chase the little snowballs that she
It's a
created
great
with
thing
her
about
paws.
having a puppy around.
Everything's
happy.
fun.
And are you going to get out and do your workout tomorrow?
She is.
You got a little bit of snow, 6 to 10?
I was determined to do this, but I feel like I was out Saturday with the first snow.
Yes.
You didn't ask all this, Scott, but I'm gonna tell you. And there were people that were slipping and sliding
Yeah.
in the
They
interstate.
drive too fast.
I was on 65 in the interstate. It shut down. We were not moving
Oh,
because
no.
a tractor trailer, a semi had
Yeah.
skirted off the road, and so it made me a bit fearful, cautious. So I'm like, because these are different, you know, I'm from Chicago, these are different roads.
Sure.
Chicago roads, they're typically done,
Yeah.
the main roads, and so this interstate had not been treated, and it was not.
And
Yeah.
those bridges and overpasses.
Oh, you got to be
that
careful
was the
there.
bridge.
It
Yes,
gets
was
really
the-
slick.
Yeah, that was the main issue because it doesn't have the ground underneath it to
Right.
keep it warm. Our pavement temperatures and ground temperatures still up enough
Hmm.
that main roads should be fine. But you're right, those bridges and overpasses,
See,
anything
it's-
that's elevated can quickly have
Mm-hmm.
snow cover it. And
Yeah, it's just already hard enough to work out. And now you're adding another barrier.
Another
Felicia,
Thick
wait
snow.
until you see the wind chills that she's talking about later in the week. If you're going to get your workout in, you better get it in tomorrow.
It's already hard enough.
that was the beautiful thing. Saturday, you know, it did snow. We cleaned the attic and we cleaned the basement.
It's always
We
good to
didn't-
plan those
we
indoor
didn't
events.
leave until 6 p.m.
Do you guys walk outside when it's like cold and snowy like that?
Well, Saturday was kind of fun to be out in
Yeah,
it.
it
wasn't that
because,
bad.
yeah, you don't have to work and it's the weekend.
I
and
know.
You can, spend a little bit of time.
I walked today. Rosie and I walked 2.2 miles.
Yeah, that's
today.
pretty good.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
ask her how much she walks this later in the week when it's really
Yeah, we'll
cold.
see.
Yeah, I don't know.
She'll be at, you have a treadmill?
Yeah.
I like the fresh air.
Yeah, she gets out in it.
Me
I'm
too,
telling you,
but
she's determined.
12 degrees, I'm not doing that.
Okay. We're going to be talking about all sorts of temperatures and more snowfall. We'll get another check with Emily Longnecker coming up when we see you in about 45 minutes over on 13. Good night.